Guys and dolls, happy Saturday morning. Bit miserable in Northern Ireland. It's been raining all night. Got the boots on today, and I hope you're all good. We were meant to have a rally today. Not we, Christians, and it was cancelled. A lot of you know all this. March for Christ, March for Jesus. It was cancelled because of health and safety reasons, so yeah. The mushrooms. Somebody can tell me in the comments what they are. But yeah, it's a bit of a loss today, was looking forward to that. Sorry if it's a bit drizzly in the camera, guys. But big one in Cork, so it is, and wish them all the best of luck. I hope they get the numbers. I hope they get the weather as well. I'm looking forward to seeing the live streams coming out of it and hearing what the speakers are saying. So that's what I'm going to concentrate on today. I've been watching some live streams from the far left as well, so it's quite interesting. Interesting to see the numbers that go to Cork today, guys. And you got to understand, us guys in Northern Ireland, England, Scotland, Wales, you got to pay close attention to this kind of thing, guys. You know what I mean? Because, I know England, you have been going through this for a long time, but it's almost like you were practiced on for Ireland. That's what it feels like to me, because they're going hard at it in Ireland, and I mean the government, Sinn Féin and that, proper going hard at it, pushing Islam and all the rest of it, and no care at all for civilians or Christians or what anybody thinks or feels. No calming the people's nerves or addressing any issues. It seems to be blinkers on, tunnel vision, let's go for this. And it's quite remarkable. It's quite remarkable that so many people are being affected now. We're seeing the repercussions of it, and it's all happening really, really quickly. Like I say, we went from one attack a day one attack maybe a week, 2 weeks, and then one a week, and then before you know it, it was one a day. Guys, it was like rapid, rapid escalation of essays on women, children and crime as well. Quite remarkable watching it, as it's unfolding. So this is why you're seeing so many people out on the street. And at the end of the day, the people are coming out on the street in Ireland. So many rallies, so many different towns, small ones, huge ones, and yeah, so all different guys running these things, and different political groups. I think one of the big ones is the National Party, which probably, to me, to be honest, has a Protestant. They would be the most concerning for me because of their rhetoric and their policies. But I'd probably need to sit down with one of them and talk to them before I could really make that decision, guys. But we all need to pay attention to it. It's not just about Ireland. This is like I keep saying, this is always bigger than anything we know. And so yeah, Cork rally today, guys. You'll catch it on the live stream. Just put in Cork and you'll get it on YouTube. You know what I mean? Sorry I'm not there. Like I say, I was going to cover my local one in Belfast, to find out what it's about, talk to some of the people, you know what I mean? But obviously that opportunity's been taken away from us now. Like I say, they said they cancelled it. The police have cancelled it because of health and safety reasons, I do believe the numbers would have been phenomenal. They were saying they were expecting 20,000. I reckon there would have been close to maybe 100,000, to be honest with you. It's something everybody can get behind. Protestants and Catholics, when you get pastors and church leaders, people can go with that. They're going to go with that before they're going to go with me or Lindsay or Orla, you know what I mean? It's just the rhetoric. It's the way the government have got us all programmed now. You know what I mean? We don't see each other as individual human beings. We don't realise that but people have done bad things can be good people. You know what I mean? It's all circumstances of where they've been brought up and what peer groups and parenting and all the rest of it. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of things that people are now accustomed to, and will categorise and label people without even looking into it. So that's a big problem. That's widespread. That will cause problems going forward. We need to really look at each other as human beings, as all one, Protestants and Catholics, no matter what the history is, you know what I mean? And that is difficult. That is very difficult for some people, and I totally get it. And I'm going to keep on banging this drum. We're not going to do it separated. We're not going to do it with any divisions. We need everybody from every walk of life on board, you know what I mean? And, because people like me don't want to be anything else but to get the right people there, get the right people. Not let any mistakes happen, not let people be fooled by the wrong political party and faked and conned down a road where another 2 or 3 years of what we're seeing could really do us so much damage. And this is what they will do. They really need this to work. They really need this to keep going. They want us to shut up. And there's a bigger picture that, it's like when you start doing this kind of thing, guys, it's, you start looking at things and you think to yourself, are we being distracted? What's really going on behind the scenes? And then you start looking into some of the things that's going on in America. And, what Trump, I have to say, is bringing in the kind of digital surveillance, the kind of networking, the AI, building up portfolios of each and every one of us. And then in one day, using like a credit score to determine how far we can go on in life and stuff like that. And that's just outside the box, things that we're not looking at that we should be paying close attention to. The things that are getting brought in health bills, the things that are getting brought in by the Labour Party, there's a lot of things going on that we're not paying any attention to because we're all up in arms with each other. That's a problem. Give me 2 seconds. Sorry, it's a bit dark. Yeah, that's a problem. But like I say, if we can hurry up and fix the problems we have on ground level, grassroots, and I think what covers all that, everything, the distractions, what we're seeing in front of us, what's maybe being put in front of us so it distracts us, we can cover all this with the right government. But the big problem we have is they're going to try and get their government in by pretending to be our government, and this is going to be a tactic that they will use. And like I say, I know a lot of people hate me for this and don't like it, but and with Zia getting pushed out or whatever has happened with him, with reform, I do believe reform will be as bad as Labour. I do believe that. I believe they've been set up. This has went on for a long time. Everything is because everything is controlled by the people that are doing everything what we see on the ground. Everything, the price of living, the regular immigration, the people not being deported for committing horrendous SA crimes. It's all, you would think any government would be like, well, hold on a minute, you've come in this country and done that, see you later. And then you've got all these higher up courts that are saying, no, you can't deport him, for ridiculous reasons, for reasons that are laughable. They are laughable. Like I say, I keep saying, if this was a film, you would be sitting at the edge of your seat right now. But, what we got to realise is one thing and one thing only, getting the right people in. And you've got to look amongst your community. You've got to look at men that are speaking your language, not men who have just started speaking it. You've got to be very careful. People are awakening all around Great Britain and Ireland, and these politicians are realising that, and they realise there's too many people awake from them to keep on BSing them. So they will start changing their tune. They will start saying the things, and you're going to be, yes. But you've got to remember how long they've sat there silent, and you've got to ask them, why were you silent for so long? Yeah, these are the things that we don't pay attention to, guys. So that's my advice, as I'm on the ground looking at everything and speaking to so many different people. Going away tomorrow, I'm not telling you until I'm there, to meet some guys. I'm looking forward to that. That's another level, So obviously I'm going to try and get some footage, hopefully try and get them on camera if they will, get a chat, stuff like that, I'm going to be with Lindsay, and I'm looking forward to it. Everything else is going really well. Yeah, I'm going to get my breakfast as soon as I go in here. Soda bread, real soda bread, and it's actually really nice. You know, like the potato bread. That's one of my favourite foods. All my friends know that. You know what I mean? Especially in Scotland, so many arguments about potato bread, potato scone. You know what I mean? Who created it first and all that? You know, I'm a dominant. It's ours, and they've stole it and called it potato scone. You know what I mean? So it's good to get real potato bread. It's good to get proper thick potato bread, and that year we flatly rolled out pita bread or whatever, potato scones that you get in Scotland. I'm sorry guys, like, but you know, any of you come over here, you know that you can see the difference. Everything's different about potato bread. So that's a wee personal note, a wee dig at some of my mates over in Scotland. And yeah, I'm going to be dropping a video today, guys, with another video with Glenn. And I'm going to say this again. Let me swap arms. I understand he's not everybody's going to agree with me. I understand that, and you've got to understand this as well. Everything that's happened in North happened a long time ago. Glenn's done his time, and he's being victimised, I truly believe, because of who he is. You know, like I say, there's a lot more to a man than what the papers portray. And it's only people at ground level that can truly see that. And please believe me, if Glenn was in your community, you would be helping him, you know. And you know, it's like, I'm a Christian, guys, you know. I've got to forgive, you know what I mean? I've got to forgive. That's how I go forward, you know. That's how I'm able to go forward. You know, obviously bringing Protestants and Catholics together, that means bringing Republicans and Loyalists together, and that's difficult, you know what I mean? That's really difficult, everything we've been through. You know, there's names out there, I just don't know how I can face them, and they'd probably be the same as some of our guys. So this is huge in so many levels. But, you know, we're taught to forgive, you know. We've all been taught that in Sunday school. You know that, guys, you know what I mean? It's not nothing new, it's just jumped out at you. For those that went to Sunday school and stuff like that, and the BB and your mass and all that, and, you know, your confessions, you know what I mean? You'll have been told to forgive. So, you know, with that, I'm able to go forward and, you know, try and do something good against a huge system that this lad was facing on his own, you know what I mean? And there's not like we're not doing nothing legal. It's his lawyers doing it. It's all his lawyer, you know, and we leave it in the lawyer's capable hands, you know what I mean? But we're there to support him as a person, to let him know he's not on his own. You know, the papers are crucifying him. You know what I mean? It's just a political prosecution. You know, there's no two ways about it. And it's a political prosecution. It's to keep people happy, you know. So they pick on our most vulnerable, as always, you know, as you seen with Bailey, with Piers Morgan and that, and the media in England, you know. Alright, Glenn isn't underage, you know what I mean? But it's still one of our working class boys in one of our most vulnerable areas, and he wears his heart on his sleeve, you know what I mean? And there's not many men out there that do that, you know. And I don't know what else to say, guys, but it will be dropping today. I'll do a wee piece before I put it out, a wee couple of minutes. I need to change some dates because the dates have been changed. He's up in court on the 23rd of July, not the 21st of June. So yeah, I'll do a wee add-on and then just roll with the interview. So that'll be coming today. I don't know if, maybe do a live tonight, see how the day goes, okay? I'm not going to promise nothing. I never know what's around the corner, to be honest with you. So yeah, maybe do a live tonight. I will give you a heads up. I didn't give you a heads up last night for the live, I'm sorry. It was just go. It really was trying to get people there. I'm trying to get in contact with people, give a guy a lift as well. Yeah, it was just non-stop, running update. And I wasn't even sure if I was going to do a live because I knew the weather was turning, you know what I mean? But yeah, do a live tonight if I can. I'll send you all a message, and anybody that's bought me a coffee, you'll get an email. So yeah, guys, that's it. Gonna head to the house, get a nice wee breakfast, and get on with trying to save our children. That's all we're doing, guys. Concerned parents. I'm Freedom Dad, and God bless.